Here are 5 ocean facts you didn't know. 1. There's a stunning optical illusion off the coast of Mauritius, where the movement of sand and silt creates the effect of an underwater waterfall. 2. Most people are aware of the Pacific Garbage Patch. There are many more which are almost as big, such as the North Atlantic Garbage Patch. 3. There is a brine pool at the bottom of the sea near the Solomon Islands that can reach up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit in temperature. 4. Coral reefs are alive. They are rocks covered by millions of tiny, colorful creatures. 5. The Mariana snailfish lives over 28,000 feet deep in the ocean. Here are 5 random facts you didn't know. 1. A single strand of spaghetti is called a spaghetto. 2. Holy Roman Emperor Charles V had a parrot named Hansi that could speak multiple languages. 3. The longest time between the births of 2 twins is 87 days. 4. The oldest living organism is a seagrass meadow near Australia, which is about 8,000 years old. 5. Before the invention of alarm clocks in Britain, workers would get people to knock on their windows with long sticks in the morning. Here are 5 ocean facts you didn't know. 1. The Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean reaches over 36,000 feet in depth and is the deepest known point in the world. 2. There's a sea near the Maldives where millions of glowing plankton light up when disturbed, creating a mesmerizing effect. 3. There's a species of jellyfish that can revert back to a child whenever it wants, making it potentially immortal. 4. The Sargasso Sea is the only sea without a coastline. 5. The ocean's twilight zone is too deep for traditional scuba, but too shallow for submarines, so it remains largely unexplored. Here are 5 random facts you didn't know. 1. The shortest recurring commercial flight, which connects 2 Scottish islands, is only 1.7 miles and takes 2 minutes to complete. 2. The world's smallest mammal is a bumblebee bat, which can be as small as 1.1 inches in length. 3. The city of Istanbul, Turkey, is in both Europe and Asia. 4. The longest recorded duration without sleep is 11 days. The record was set in 1964, and no one has beat it since. 5. The oldest known instrument is a flute made from a vulture bone, estimated to be about 43,000 years old. Here are 5 history facts you didn't know. 1. Napoleon was once attacked by a horde of bunnies. He tried to launch a rabbit hunt, but instead of running away, the bunnies all ran towards him. 2. Turkeys were once worshipped like gods by the Mayan people. 3. From 1912 to 1948, art was an Olympic sport. 4. During the U.S. prohibition of alcohol, when people still drank it despite it being illegal, the government poisoned the alcohol to stop people drinking. 5. In 11th century Italy, using a fork was considered sacrilege. Here are 5 history facts you didn't know. 1. Near the end of World War II, some American soldiers teamed up with some anti-Hitler German soldiers to fight some SS troops, one of the rare cases of Allied and German forces fought together. 2. In World War I, dogs were used as messengers to deliver vital information to frontline soldiers. 3. In 1925, a stray dog crossing the Greek-Bulgarian border caused a brief war over the dog's nationality, resulting in casualties on both sides. 4. During the siege of Leningrad in World War II, some citizens of Leningrad resorted to cannibalism to stay alive due to food shortages. 5. In the early 19th century, a small microstate in what is now New Hampshire was claimed by both America and Canada, leading to a border dispute. Here are 5 festivals you didn't know about. 1. South Korea's Mud Festival takes place every year, with events such as mud wrestling and mud sliding. 2. La Tomatina in Spain is an annual festival where people flood the streets and throw tomatoes at each other. It's the world's biggest food fight. 3. Holi is an Indian festival involving throwing paints and colored powders at other people. 4. The Day of the Dead is an annual festival in Mexico, which involves building altars and visiting cemeteries. 5. The Chinese Ice and Snow Festival is the largest ice-themed festival in the world, with its elaborate ice sculptures attracting millions every year. Here are 5 mythology facts you didn't know. 1. While werewolves are usually associated with the full moon, in some European folklore they are said to come out in different phases of the moon, such as the new moon. 2. Ragnarok, the battle between gods and giants in Norse mythology, isn't just between gods and giants. It involves other creatures such as Surtur and Fenrir. 3. There are some offbeat creatures in Japanese mythology, such as a wall-like creature and an umbrella monster. 4. Native American mythology has trickster gods. 5. Apollo, the famous ancient Greek god of the sun, can turn into a dolphin. Here are 5 space facts you didn't know. 1. Space isn't completely silent. Although sound waves can't travel through space, sound can travel through space in different ways, such as radio waves. 2. The hottest planet in our solar system isn't Mercury, the planet closest to the sun. It's actually Venus, which is 900 degrees Fahrenheit. 3. There are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on Earth. 4. Astronauts grow taller in space. This is because the lack of gravity causes their spines to lengthen. 5. On one of Saturn's moons, Titan, there are lakes of liquid methane. Here are some history facts you didn't know. 1. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than the construction of the pyramids of Giza. 2. In 1932, there was an emu war in Australia, where the government sent out soldiers with guns to prevent the emus from damaging crops, and Australia lost. 3. The medieval Byzantine Empire had an army of Vikings to defend it. 4. Socrates never wrote anything himself. All of his work was written by his students. 5. Wealthy people in ancient Rome had indoor plumbing, meaning running water and heated floors. Here are some food facts you didn't know. 1. The world's most expensive spice is saffron because it takes 150,000 flowers to make just 1 kilogram of it. 2. Cashews come from a fruit called the cashew apple. 3. A pineapple isn't a single fruit but a cluster of berries fused together. 4. The world's most expensive coffee comes from the feces of a civet cat. 5. Bell peppers aren't actually peppers. They belong to the same family as tomatoes and eggplants. Here are some language facts you didn't know. 1. The Piraha language has no number words. Instead, they use words like few and many to quantify things. 2. The Basque language is completely isolated, meaning linguists can't find any connections to any other language. 3. Tonal languages, such as Mandarin, have words with different meanings depending on the way it is said. 4. Hawaiian only has 13 letters in its alphabet. 5. Sign language, just like spoken language, has differences depending on where you're from. Here are some plant facts you didn't know. 1. The world's largest flower, called the corpse flower, can be up to 3 feet wide. 2. The oldest living tree is 4,800 years old. 3. A plant called the Venus flytrap can count. When an insect lands on its hairs, it counts how many times the hairs are touched before trapping the insect. 4. Some plants fold their leaves inward when touched as a defense mechanism. 5. The world's tallest tree is 380 feet tall. Here are some real-life superhumans you didn't know about. 1. Wim Hof is known for his ability to withstand extreme cold. He swam 57 meters in ice-cold water without coming up for air. 2. Daniel Kish is known as the human bat because he is able to use echolocation to figure out what's around him. 3. Isao Machi is known for his incredible samurai skills. He managed to cut a tennis ball in half that was flying at him at over 700 kilometers per hour. 4. Scott Flansburgh is a human calculator capable of solving almost any math problem in seconds. 5. Dean Karnazes is known for endurance running, most famously running 50 marathons in 50 days. Here are some space facts you didn't know. 1. There is a planet in our galaxy where it rains sideways. 2. The largest mountain in our solar system isn't Mount Everest. It's Olympus Mons on Mars, which is 3 times taller. 3. If you fell in a black hole, the gravity would be so large that you would stretch out like spaghetti. 4. Footprints left by astronauts on the moon will stay there for millions of years because the moon doesn't have any wind. 5. There is a diamond-filled galaxy 50 light-years away from Earth that is worth 10 billion trillion carats. Here are some unexplained phenomena you didn't know about. 1. The Bermuda Triangle is an area in the Atlantic where several ships have gone missing and nobody knows where they are. 2. Ball lightning is a rare occurrence where lightning forms a sphere during thunderstorms. 3. In the town of Taos, New Mexico, locals have reported hearing a low humming noise seemingly coming from nowhere, and nobody knows what it is. 4. Although very rare, there have been cases of humans randomly catching on fire with no apparent reason why. 5. In 1977, a strong signal lasting over a minute was detected from outer space, and scientists haven't figured out what it was yet. Here are some tech facts you didn't know. 1. The world's first programmer was called Ada Lovelace, who lived in the 1800s. 2. The technology for touchscreens dates back to the 1960s. 3. The first hard drive had 5 megabytes of space, thousands of times less than phones today. 4. Nobody owns the internet. This is because it isn't a company, but rather a network of servers. 5. The Apollo 11 mission, the one that first brought humans to the moon, was run by a computer with less processing power than an iPhone. Here are some animal facts you didn't know. 1. Elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors. 2. Cows have best friends. They form bonds with other cows and get stressed when they are apart. 3. Dolphins actually give themselves names. They communicate using whistles, with each dolphin having a unique one assigned to them. 4. Male seahorses are the ones to give birth, not females. 5. Bees can recognize human faces. Here are some science facts you didn't know. 1. The average person produces enough spit in their lifetime to fill up 2 bathtubs. 2. The human brain expends enough energy in a day to power a light bulb. 3. There are more atoms in a teaspoon of water than there are teaspoons of water in the Atlantic Ocean. 4. The average human body contains enough iron to make a small nail. 5. A teaspoon of a neutron star, a type of condensed dead star, would weigh 6 billion tons on Earth. Here are some facts you didn't know. 1. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. 2. The Hawaiian alphabet only consists of 12 letters: A, E, I, O, U, H, K, L, M, N, P, and W. 3. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 2 hearts pump blood to the gills, while the 3rd heart circulates it to the rest of the body. 4. The shortest war in history occurred between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896 and lasted only 38 minutes. 5. Wombat feces are cube-shaped. Scientists believe this unique shape helps prevent the feces from rolling away on sloping surfaces. 6. There are more possible iterations of a game of chess than there are atoms in the observable universe. Here are some body facts you didn't know. 1. Hiccups might help your body expel trapped air from your stomach. 2. Your one-of-a-kind fingerprints are already formed before you're even born. 3. The front part of your eye, called the cornea, gets its nutrients not from blood, but from tears and fluid within the eye itself. 4. While both hair and nails are made of a protein called keratin, nails have a secret ingredient, sulfur and cross-linked proteins, that give them their sturdy and durable nature. 5. Your stomach lining stays safe from its own acidic environment thanks to a special shield of mucus that prevents damage and helps prevent painful ulcers.